Hello and welcome to a very strange video because it's going to be about a lot of different things actually, but oh, I just fell down because I hate the creative flying controls. But well, as you can see, I'm in the desert and it's turning nighttime, so let me there. Um, this is sort of a test build world where I sorry test all, not all, but many buildings and designs before I actually put them anywhere. So here you can see that like a blacksmith that you could see on my last bonus episode of Build Better, where I just show the custom map. That's sort of the purpose of those videos, but mostly why I make this video is to say that I can't even jump on top places. The main purpose is to tell that I can't actually make that many videos now because we have a terrible internet connection now. There's something happening, and at the same time our TV actually uses internet, so when I upload something, no one in the whole house can't watch TV or use the internet, and I get a bunch of complaints about that. So, but at some point we might get to fix it, but of course I will do as many videos as I possibly can. I'm just jumping on this tree, and I'm gonna just show you some things here. This is one of the building designs I'm gonna add in the custom maps now soon. I think it's sort of a storage area that has sort of this like crane thing that put a thing on the ground. This would be on a quite big dock. I know where to put it, but I don't know how to explain it. But it would transport crates and that kind of stuff on top here and then down to the docks again. So they might take things from a big ship and put them in this storage thing. I'm not sure what these houses are actually used for or called, but I've seen this before. And you can see that I'm not using planks like this, like I usually do, because I might actually change that, because I found out that the regular wood and the dark wood actually look really good together. But the only problem is that then the planks look very light, and if you compare it to the walls, and that might be a problem, so I'm not sure yet. But if you go inside, you can see it has sort of a warm look to it, and it looks much better than this, I think. Yes, I think, because these are so light and they are just the same color as the roof, and at some points I think it was way too much planks, because I had planks everywhere. And here is also the building sorry, that I built after that town hall that you may saw, and I changed it to these logs to see, and just seeing that this looks much better, I think. And well, it's not finished because I just at this point I decided that I will put it on this design in the main world. And I also now replaced this with cobblestone just to see if that makes it any better. It might make it a little better, but I don't want cobblestone actually, because I want this to have wood roofs like they did have in those times, sort of. But I think this one also have sort of a cool entrance to make it more interesting. So I like this building, so I might add it. And yeah, that one half my voice is very strange now. I wanted maybe to make the desert. We have a desert close to the, not close, but next to a swamp, far away from the woods that I'm currently building in. And I was thinking that I can use salt sand to make sort of a dead looking area with these. This is actually not dead bush, but it's tall grass. That there's some kind of strange thing going on in Minecraft. If you use single player commands to grab some kind of tall grass, you will get this instead. But that's good because you can plant it on dirt. And but when I was thinking of using soul sand, I saw that if you're gonna walk through that wasteland, sort of wasteland, yeah, I can call it a wasteland, a sort of dead forest. That's what I want to achieve actually. But you will walk like very slowly because of the soul sand, and that will be a little strange. So I decided that I might use regular dirt, but also the regular dirt might turn into grass if you have a grass block close to it, so it might spread. So thanks to a river that goes by that river, not a river that goes by the river, a river goes around sort of the desert, it might be able to avoid the grass from spreading, so it might work. But that's for a future project. Continuing on, here I made some kind of compass floor just because I was bored, and it looks kind of funny. It doesn't actually correct the sun sets in the east, so I can't actually see where the sun goes. Yeah, but I think that's east and that west actually. But I just made it just to test. Here's one of the ships I'm planning on using. It's quite big and I want a big ship. And I was thinking maybe one of these could be next to these buildings and be like a big storage ships that compared to that little ship that you may have seen in the last episode, compared to that one, because that one might be like merchant traveling, having maybe some gold, like small very expensive things to trade. This might be a ship that could grab a lot of, for example, wheat or something, like something that's not very expensive but bring a lot of it, sort of. I don't know if that makes any sense, but here is actually, I tried to test how flammable the corner fireplace that I was using, and don't use this design as you see, because it's, well, you can see what it does to your house. So if you want to use it, you should it's much better to use the one that I had in that world actually. This is what the house looked like when it was not burning, and it would also here. Just a test. And then moving on here, this is a very ugly wall that I did. What is one of the first buildings I did here. But the gate that I'm planning on doing in the castle in my building series is going to be much better. Much better. At least I hope. I've not tried any of those really great gates that I'm looking for, so we'll see if it looks good. Here's where I tried making that water wheel, and this was the design that I came up with. And lastly we have this crystal thing, and wow, it does actually have like a blinking light with a note block, if you can hear it. I have no idea why I made it, but at least I did. It was sort of inspired by StarCraft 2 Pylon, if you know what that is, but I was bored and I wanted to make something, and I don't think I'm gonna use it, but it looks pretty cool with the ice and everything. So that is pretty much, this is some kind of clock, Asian clock that uses the sun, but here I just build a lot of ideas and see if it looks good. And this is a desert, as you see, and it's really big. You can see it's very flat, and it wasn't that flat, but it was. I've extended it a little bit over there, you may see, but pretty much natural actually. I can maybe show you the world seed. Yes, there you go. I might put it in the description, but it's a pretty cool desert seed. And yes, I didn't actually say anything about this tree, but the tree is just logs that I tried actually planting a tree and then removing all the leaves, but that looks kind of strange. So I tried to make one myself, but I'm not sure. That might be for a future project. But I mean, this is the most important thing. What do you actually think about this? That's what I'm wondering in this video actually. Do you think this is better than the one that I had in the last update on the custom app? Or you want me to keep the planks, or is this better? I think this is better, but... And what... That's the most biggest problem. What would I do about roofs? Because the roof... I don't know, it might look good. Oh, I'm so confused about this, but... If there was a little... if the roof planks was a little darker, it would be good, but... might work. I think this maybe looks better. But anyway, I want what you think, and I also want suggestions on what I can do. So I think this looks much better. Here you can actually see pretty much how big this tower is when I haven't actually made any floors or anything. And I like building things before I actually add them, because if I built this here, and then I saw basically how much space I needed to clean and flatten before I build it. And this boat looks really cool, I think. So I think I gonna go with this design. Maybe the sails should be different, I don't know. But it's a lot of space in here. Can have a lot of details inside here. Maybe some shields on this outside. The closest thing to shields is maybe trapdoor, I think. But a lot of details I can use here. I'm thinking of having one big ship besides the dog, not the dog, the docks, that has a trading ship sort of, and I want maybe a warship or something like that on sailing out or something, like you can see in the water. Maybe it wouldn't make that much sense actually having shields on a trading ship, but well, we'll see about that. I don't know if I'm actually gonna build this by hand, because that's gonna take a lot of time. Oops. Like building every block here, just the same. I could use world editor, copy it and paste it, but I don't know how it acts to water, so I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of things to get the water to be natural again. But there's a sheep swimming over there. Oh, this is cool. This is something that is really cool, having 4 reeds natural on top of each other, because that won't actually grow when you plant them. Here's another one. So this is pretty much it. If you see less videos, it's pretty much because my internet is getting crappy, and getting complaints, because last episode I uploaded took about 5 hours at least. I don't remember. It uses the whole internet. No one can actually use the internet almost. So that's a pain in the ass actually. But I think I might be able to do videos whenever they don't actually need the internet. So that's pretty much it, and I will see you next time.